Good morning and welcome to Bumblebee Junction. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, it hasn't been that long since we posted a harvesting spinach video, but yeah, we have actually cut the spinach about 3 times now, and it is growing faster, a lot faster. Like spinach going crazy kind of thing, and we cannot eat it fast enough. So it is time to go ahead and get some of it put away and save some of that wonderful goodness. And yeah. So, this is going to be a two-part adventure. Just one video, but a two-part adventure. So I'm going to do part of it today and part of it tomorrow, but I will put it all together into one video. So, yeah, there's a lot to do in the kitchen, so why don't we go in and get to work. Okay, it's crazy, I know. I have 3 grocery bags full of spinach. Yeah, we have tried and tried to eat our way through what we could, but yeah, I think a bed that big, producing like it is yeah, an awful lot. But I've got to get all of this washed up, and I've got all of my pots and pans and everything, and I'm going to get, well, what I'll do is I'll put a break in here, and that way, I can do the washing and stuff, but you won't have to listen to the sink. But the first thing I want to do is get all of this washed up and drain just a little bit, and then I'll make sure I pull my pans out and show you how I'm going to do this step by step. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, before I get started here, this is just one grocery bag. Yeah, I stuffed it in there pretty good, but I'm going to rinse them, and then I'm going to just drain them a little bit, and I've got my big sheet trays over here. I brought both of them, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need them. So I'm going to put just a little break in here. I'm going to get at least one bag washed up, and then we'll get started. Alright, we're going to get started here. I have some water in the bottom of this pan on boil. I have a colander over a big metal pan so it can drain into there, and then I have the containers that I'm going to use in the freezer. Now these are dishwasher, microwave, freezer safe, but I'm going to get started now. I don't have all of the spinach completely washed up because both of my trays over here are full. So I'm just going to get started on what I have. Now, I'm not going to boil these down. What I'm going to do is wilt them and put them in here to drain. And you don't want to boil them and cook them down too much. Now you want to save as much of the cooking down as you can. You don't want it to break down and become nothing but mush. But I'm just going to put a couple of handfuls in here. I'm going to let it wilt down, and I'm going to put it over in the colander. And it will turn bright green. that right there is about all you want to do to it. Just get it nice and wilted. And I'm going to let this drain for a second. Then I'm going to get an idea of just how much I want to put in my containers. Now I'm going to start off with them about this deep. Get some more going here. Turn my pan back up a little bit, get it boiling back heavy again. It's still plenty good and hot. But when your garden is outpacing you, this is a wonderful way to get some put up. Okay, but I still have about a tray and a half over here to work on, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a break in here for a few minutes, and I'll get busy on the rest. Okay, I've made it through the 2 big serving trays full of washed spinach, and I have 8 of these containers, and I still have over a sink full that still need washed. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set these aside for a few minutes, get the rest of it washed up, and just fill these up a little bit more. Then I can put the lids on them, and when I get them in the freezer, then I'll be able to stack them. But wasn't expecting quite all of that, but still have a little bit more to do, but I'll show you right before I get ready to take them downstairs. Okay, I have all of these packed. I finally got through all of the spinach. I'm going to let these sit and cool for just a little bit. They are still a little warm. Then I'm going to put the lids on them and take them downstairs and stack them in the freezer. So the next time you see them, they will be frozen, and we'll talk about what we're going to do with them as soon as they are completely frozen. So, probably be. Okay, it is the next day, and I have my bricks of frozen spinach. And what I'm going to do is put them in the food sealer, and I've got the 8 bags back here cut. But the one benefit to freezing objects like this is because now there's no water to get sucked up into the food saver. So that would work really well with like soups, any kind of, like if you boil down squash and want to keep it like a soup or a sauce, that would work very well with that too. But I've got 8 of these that I need to get in these bags. Now this one, we'll go ahead and do this one just okay. Ha! Finally got it. The switch on this one is a little bit temperamental because I have used and abused this poor thing. They do pop out really easy. And I probably should. If you've never used these bags before, there are markings on the top, so you can cut them all the same size. But go ahead and get this one out. Fits wonderfully in the bag. Now I tend to cut the bags a little bit long sometimes. I would rather cut one a little bit too big than waste too many bags by cutting them a little bit too small. I could trim that just a little bit. Alright, this might be a little noisy for a second. Absolutely perfectly sealed up, and you can see it still holds the same shape as the bottom that it was frozen to. But it's an absolutely wonderful way to do it without having to clean your machine out all the time. Yeah, love to do it that way. But I have 8 more to do, or no, I have 7 more to do. I have 8 total. But I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these done up real quick. And I'll put a break in here because it can get a little noisy. But hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I got all of my spinach bricks all vacuum sealed. Now, it is absolutely wonderful way to do anything with too much fluid in it. But another thing too is if you set your containers out on the kitchen counter for about 10 to 15 minutes, they will pop out of the containers even easier. And if you want to use your spinach without tearing the leaves up and turning it into anything, you know, too mushy, you can always boil them in the bag also. But absolutely wonderful. Tickled to have all of that extra spinach to get put away. Yeah. Not a bad time right now to have extra. If you can grow extra and get it put away, then you can enjoy for many, many more meals to come. But I'm all done. I'm going to get these back down to the freezer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's all the footage that I have for today. Yeah, it is raining yet again. It has rained all day, so this was also a perfectly timed project to have to do in the house for the morning. So yeah, and there's no such thing as too much spinach, but really glad to have it put away. And yeah, when you open them in the middle of winter and you remember everything that planting them and watering them and everything gives you a little, excuse me, a little reminder of the sunshine. So always a good thing. But now you can use that same method, like I said, for anything with fluid in it that you don't want to end up getting into your machine. Now, yeah, mine's getting a little temperamental. I have used and abused it for several years now, so probably should be thinking about a new one before too long. But I am going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm really glad that you chose to spend a few minutes of your day with me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell. It'll let you know when we have yet another rainy day project for the kitchen. Yeah. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything along your mind, please leave them in the little box below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I still gotta get these run downstairs to the freezer and yeah, run around and try to find something else to get into today. But don't forget, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.